Patriots, and I'm sure you already know what today's video is going to be about. The debate. Now let me just say, I almost called the police last night. Seriously. Because I thought I just witnessed a murder. Pence just utterly destroyed Kamala. It was unreal. It was hilarious. Me and my wife were laughing almost the whole time. But I really can't go any further without mentioning the true star of the show. The fly that landed on Pence's head. Yep. As soon as I saw that little sucker up there, I said, that's going to be it. I looked at my wife and I said, watch. Tomorrow, the next day, all you're going to see is memes about that damn fly. And sure enough, when I got up, it wasn't just memes. Oh no, it was most of the daggone left-wing media. Why? Because that's all they have. Pence tore Kamala to shreds. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. People are trying to use a key point. I'm speaking here. Okay, what does that do? Nothing. That doesn't show that she beat him in any way whatsoever. But whenever he started talking about, plagiarism, and that's something that Biden knows a lot about. Oh, me and my wife just lost it. I will say the one place that Kamala did show a little bit of, enthusiasm was on the coronavirus. But you can't really compare that to anything else because, they can easily say, oh, it's just Trump, it's the coronavirus, blah, blah, blah. Well, they never had a pandemic like the coronavirus. Never. So, of course, they're going to be able to go all out and, stop at nothing on it. Meanwhile, Pence can't really say too awful much about it, but he did do a good job at rebutting her. But when it came down to things like her record as far as arresting and charging much more black people, you just seen it on her face. She just got this big old grin. I don't see how she had teeth left. I don't see how she didn't grind them out of her head. It was hilarious. And then I'm glad you brought up my record. And then proceeded to completely go around the subject. She did not mention the fact that, yes, she did do it. She didn't say, no, I did not do it. In fact, she did something 10 times worse. After Pence said, you put all these pretty much innocent black men in jail and kept them there purposely, she turned around and said, well, that's what me and Biden want. That's what our administration is going to do. So she just blatantly admitted that she's going to enact all the little things that she did back when she was Attorney General and put more black people in jail. Good strategy there. And notice as well the big thing, which is when it was just like a mic drop moment, was when Pence asked her flat out, are you going to pack the courts? Notice again, she just smiled and started twitching in her seat. She was just seething with rage. It was just hilarious. And then Pence still had like 20-something seconds left, I think, in his turn. Gave her the opportunity to respond. And what did she do? Completely dodged the question. Adamantly refused to answer. And then after her little ramblings, Pence straight up said, again, are you going to pack the courts? Is all we got from her. She refused to answer. And then Pence just straight up just dropped the mic. I wanted to go on record that she refused to answer the question. Boom. Destroyed her. Because that right there told America they are. And then they got talking about the Green New Deal and fracking and everything else. Well, Biden said during the debate between Trump, he wasn't for the Green New Deal. He was talking it up beforehand. Yeah, it'll pay for itself. It'll pay for itself. So they asked him, you're for it? No, man, I'm not for it. I'm for the Biden plan. But he was just talking it up, and interestingly enough, it's still listed on their website. So, that's a lie. Then Biden and Harris both are on record as saying that, yes, they will get rid of fracking. But now, no, we're not going to. Bullcrap. They have been adamant about it before. It's just more damn Democratic lies. As always. I mean, if I'd have been up there and I'd have been Pence, I would have, for one thing, I would have ripped Kamala to shreds too. But I would I would have had to really, really strain to keep myself from laughing. Because it was hilarious. She was just smiling and bobbing her head constantly. It's like, is she freaking insane? I mean, what the heck? But yeah, she didn't really have a choice because Pence was just tearing her to pieces. And she knew it. And she didn't really have any true rebuttals on anything. Anytime that Pence got her response was always about, me and Joe Biden are planning this for America, and Trump is this, and Trump, it had nothing at all to do with the question that was given to her. I mean, Pence did it too, don't get me wrong, but he really didn't go out of his way to push the Pence-Trump agenda, their campaign like Kamala was doing. It's unreal. How she was just trying to pander to everyone. And looking into the camera like she is talking to America. That's a sign of weakness. I'm sorry, but it is. That's a damn psychological trick that she's trying to do to get you to feel like, oh, she's talking to me. But no, this was a debate. Don't get it twisted around. This was a debate between her and Pence. We're just spectators. They were supposed to debate each other. Pence looked at her whenever he was addressing her. Whenever he got her, like I said, she would just look into the camera and talk to America. No, sorry, that crap don't work on people who have above a second grade education. It was just hilarious. I mean, we stayed up kind of later last night laughing about it. And we got to get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. My wife go to work. We staying up. It was like almost 1 o'clock whenever we finally went to sleep. It was hilarious. All these media outlets, CNN. Kamala won. No, she didn't. Of course, all these liberal stations are going to say Kamala won. Well, the polls show, well, of course the polls are going to show that whenever you poll 80% Democrats, of course it's going to swing in your favor. They won't tell you that, though, either. They poll mostly Democrats. That's why the polls are always so one-sided. And to be fair, the right kind of does the same thing. That's the media. Nobody's really straight down the middle anymore. Well, ever since the left just went completely insane. I gotta catch myself. But ever since they went insane, how everybody is, what everybody's considered has changed. Like me, I'm more middle of the road, but with the way things have changed, I would be considered Republican now. And a lot of the people who used to be considered, as like a Democrat, liberal, they're more right-leaning. They're more moderate, middle of the road, or some of them is even considered Republican now. The left is dominated by insanity. All these people who flip out, go outside, start rioting and looting and using any excuse. People who can't handle a proper debate. I mean, like I said, most of the media, instead of being actually focused on the debate, is focused on the daggone fly. I mean, that's how you know that Pence won, whenever their big thing that's in the news is the fly that landed on his head. And now you have Trump, who is going to refuse to take part in the next debate because now they have made it a virtual debate. Why, you ask? They say it's because of the coronavirus and, he got it and blah, blah, blah. But no, that's not it. They want total control over who says what and when. Your 2 minutes are up. Boom! Hit that damn button. Mute Trump's mic so he cannot respond back to Biden, and they give him all the time in the world that he wants. Because, the daggone moderator is his old butt buddy. Yeah. So, that debate's going to be fair. Yeah. So, I don't blame Trump. He says that he's going to go do a rally instead. Go for it. Trump destroyed Biden in the first debate. Like I said, I thought he was kind of a bully. He should have gave Biden, to use the analogy that I used in the first video, to give him enough rope to hang himself with. Trump just kept on interrupting Biden and interrupting him and interrupting him. And one thing that I didn't even realize that he did, it was freaking hilarious. This is how sharp Trump is. When Biden was going down the list of things, he said, number one, this, that, and the other thing. Number two, number three. And the whole time Trump was talking to the moderator. And then Trump, without missing a beat, looked over and said, "You're on number two." And then just turned around and kept on talking to the moderator. It was hilarious. I don't know how I missed that the first time. This is the difference between Biden and Trump. Trump can easily multitask, and he catches stuff. Like I said, he didn't skip a beat. Biden was over there stumbling and mumbling like he always does. One, something, two, and number three, and then Trump just, no, you were on number two. And then just, and then Biden just kind of sits there. It's hilarious. And Kamala and Biden are just the biggest hypocrites ever. Biden had 47 years, or if you wanted to believe him, 180 years. And he got nothing done. No, he did. The crime bill. Which put also a lot of, I'm not going to say innocent, black men in jail, but it put a lot of them in there for, low-grade crimes like having a little bit of pot and stuff like that. I mean, they just need to legalize it. I'm telling you, if Trump came out today and said, I'm going to legalize marijuana, good God, you would see people who never even wanted to vote up voting for him. I mean, he would win the daggone the election hands down. But Joe and Kamala got nothing done. Kamala, as far as I heard, as actually realistically shouldn't be even part of any kind of political anything in the U.S. Because I heard that she technically isn't considered a U.S. citizen. I don't know. That's what I heard. I heard they were looking into it. Lawyer was checking up on it. But I haven't heard anything. It's been well over a month ago. But yeah. It's a spectacle. The US is going to be in terrible, utterly terrible shape if they win. I mean, it's going to be pure chaos. I hope they don't win. I mean, it's going to be chaos even if Trump wins re-election, because the left is just going to go absolutely insane, like the riots that were held last night because the cop who supposedly killed George Floyd posted $1 million bail, which I don't know how the hell he did that. But yeah, they were out, rioting again last night because of that. And they were marching and announcing on the bullhorn, yes, they released him. He died. The cop who killed George Floyd, the cop didn't kill him. The coroner even said so. He died of an overdose. He was technically going through heart failure whenever the cops came up to him in the first place. That is why he screamed at them to get him out of the cop car. The dude was already dying. They said even if the cops hadn't shown up, he would have been walking down the street and just fell over dead because of heart failure. He did not die from asphyxiation like all of them are claiming. They are out there rioting for a man who literally killed himself. I'm sorry, but those are the facts. But, yeah, expect to see 10 times worse if Trump gets reelected. I mean, get yourselves together. Get your gear together. Do everything you can to be able to protect yourself and your family. Especially if you're in one of these cities, which I don't see how anyone with a fully functioning brain is still in any of these daggone cities. Portland and stuff. How the hell is anybody still even there? They're doing a lot in Seattle too, New York, Chicago. I mean, I can understand, people may not have the money to get out, but Jesus, man, you got to do something. Because if not, they will come to you. It's been proven. And if you literally do not bow down to them, well, they'll beat you up. They'll do whatever. They'll end you. So do what you can to prepare, America. Because I swear the debate last night was just one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time. And it just shows the strength that the Trump-Pence party has. And how weak the Kamala and Biden campaign really is. So prepare, America, for what's to come, because it's less than a month away. Was it 26 days away now? Yeah. Prepare, America, because it's coming, and it's coming quick. Stay vigilant, and I will see you in the next video.